Hello, how's everybody getting on? So we're back with the match review of our 3-2 defeat away at Plymouth yesterday. Not a great result, not a great performance, but it was always going to end sometime on it. So apologies for the lateness of the video. I didn't want to do one straight after the game because obviously after the game you're a bit pissed off, and so I just thought I'd wait until this morning, just settle it a little bit, evaluate the result and the performance, and to be honest with you, we kind of got what we deserved, which was nothing yesterday. It was a very strange performance yesterday. The first 40 minutes I thought we weren't too bad. It was an even game. When we get the goal, you think, right, that's gonna be it. You know, they're gonna struggle for confidence, then we can kind of take over the game. But that's not the way it panned out at all. The last 5 minutes of the first half, they came into the game really well. And then the second half was all them really. We struggled, we couldn't get out, we couldn't put two passes together. Defensively we were all over the shop, and it was just a frustrating watch really compared to the previous 4 games. I always say, when you're playing well and in a rhythm, these international breaks come at the wrong time, and that was definitely the case yesterday. We started off, we did make the one change. Dan Neil came in for Alan Brown, which, you know, Reggie Lebris might get criticised for changing a winning side and really shouldn't, which I really don't believe in. I think if a team's won, then the same players deserve to be playing the week after. But on the other hand, you can see why he's probably done it. The midfield three of Job, Alan Brown and Chris Rigg have all been away on international duty. Alan Brown's had a recent injury, so he's probably took him out the firing line, brought Dan Neil back in for fresh legs with Dan Neil not being away. However, the midfield yesterday looked tired. That we looked devoid of energy. The high press wasn't there. Their wide men were torching us down the both flanks, especially left hand side. And like I said, defensively we were absolutely terrible. We just seemed to be all over the place. We couldn't handle the directness of their wingers. And then once they got the equaliser, you figured the worst. And that proved to be the case, you know. I mean, yes, we got back in the game. A late equaliser from Romain Mundell, who was probably our best player yesterday, shining star. And at 75 minutes, the way we'd been playing and the performance we had, I think I'd probably try and shut up shop and take a point and get back up the road. But we didn't. We went to win the game, and then they get a late corner, and you know, from that they get the equaliser. Shot and defending again for the winner. Shot and defending again. 93rd minute, you know, and I mean the player who scored could have easily been sent off. You know, their right back had a spat with Mundell. Mundell gets booked. He doesn't. He then gets booked about 5 minutes later for a tackle on Mundell, and then Sod's Law Eganton scores the winner. But fair play to Plymouth. You know, second half they wanted it more. They were more energetic. They had better desire, and we were off it yesterday. And that was a worrying sign. But like I say, this defeat was always going to happen, and it always comes when you least expect it. I did say if we went down there and didn't have our game head on, we'd get turned over, and that's exactly what happened. Like I say, the first 40 minutes wasn't too bad, but after that we just looked as though we tired. Another worry, obviously, Dan Ballard at the end of the game, trying to get an equaliser, Gans off injured, leaves the stadium in a brace and on crutches. So that's, you know, a worrying sign. Let's hope it's not too serious. But that'll mean Chris Mepham coming in for his debut against Borough next week. What a game to make your debut. And Luke O'Nien at centre half. But you know, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Do you think he was right to change the side? I know there was a few comments in the preview video to say that Dan Neil will come straight back in, and that's what he'd done. But Mjenda struggled to get in the game yesterday, and I think yesterday's game was a prime example of why we need that experienced striker. We had more than enough chances, even though we didn't play well. You know, Mundell put 2 crosses in the box where an experienced striker gets across his defender and he's got to tap in, and he needs his positional sense for a centre forward isn't there yet. He is getting better. You know, his hold up play with his back to goal is definitely better than what it was, but we just need that centre forward with that nous and that experience to be in the right place for these great crosses Mundell's putting in, and that's how Mundell gets the goal. You know, in the end, he just decides, well, I've put the ball in twice, I'll just knock and I'll just have a shot, and it went in the far corner. Also good to see Roberts, scoring his first goal. He looked sharp yesterday as well in patches. But overall, player ratings, Patterson made some fantastic saves yesterday. The goal that they got, he tips it to the bar and it comes back off, hits Ballard. Now you can get out of the way, and it's the equaliser. But it was a fantastic save before that. So Patterson, I'm going to give him probably 7.5 out of 10. Trey Hume, he didn't have his best game against their winger Sissoko. Got booked as well, so 6 out of 10 for him. Ballard and O'Nien, I'm going to give him 6 out of 10 because I thought defensively we were all over the place. And Cirkin the same. We didn't see that in bombing forward like he has been and getting involved because he was getting pinned back by their wingers. 6 out of 10 for Cirkin. The midfield three, like I say, they struggled, and the three of them 6 out of 10 because we didn't dominate. The high press wasn't there, like I've said, and we just looked tired. So 6 out of 10 for them three. Roberts and Mundle, I'd probably give them both 7 out of 10 because they were the two shining stars that were the ones trying to get us in the game. Gandon Maisie runs, it was just that either the final ball or the ball in the box and there was nobody there. And Mienda 6 out of 10 as well. Like I say, he is improving, but he's not the finished article, and I think that's where we need this experienced striker that we didn't get in these type of games when it's tight and you need to pinch a goal. The subs that come on, Alan Brown didn't really have much impact either. What can I say? It's like, I think Isidore, when he came on, had a couple of shots, but again, for me, the substitution was a little bit too late. You would say we were struggling at 1-1, and that's when we should have made the change before we went 2-1 down, but we didn't. So again, Reggie Lebris will get criticised for that a little bit, the substitutions, but overall, it's a one of them. It's happened. The defeat's out the way now. There's no pressure to continue the run, but we've got a tough run of games coming up, starting with Borough next weekend. 12:30 kick-off at the stadium. We're going to have to be on it again against them. We know our recent record against them. So I was hoping we'd get 3 points yesterday to then carry us forward into this run of games. We've got likes of Watford and Derby and what have you coming up. So it is what it is. I'm not going to, I guess it's disappointing, but it's no point jumping up and down, ranting and raving. We're still top of the league until West Brom play later on this afternoon. We still had a great start. Like I say, if somebody had said that you'd win 4 of the first 5 games, you'd have snatched the hand off, really, wouldn't you? So, let's just stay on an even keel. Let's get back on it next week. We've got a week to prepare for Borough now. Rest and recuperate, and get the high press going again and get back on the front foot and get back to winning ways next week. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. What do you think of the performance? Like I say, I don't think we deserved anything out of the game yesterday, and fair play to Plymouth and well done to Rooney. Got his tactics spot on second half, the up the work rate, and it worked against us. Don't forget that we've got SCFC Fan TV doing a show from the stadium like this afternoon, where Mike is finishing his walk. He's smashed £1,000, but I'll drop the link in the description below for the Just Giving page if you want to donate to the charity for our Jack Shields on there. We sadly lost last year. He's done a cracking effort and walked from Burnley to the Stadium of Light. We've also got a new member on the channel, so a big thank you to Tim the Minion, who's become a member. Brings our members up to 4. So you can be, if you want, 99p if you want to be a member. When I get quite a few members or a few more, we'll do some members only stuff and what have you, but there's no pressure. That's why I didn't advertise it too much, but thanks to Tim for that, it's greatly appreciated. You'll see your name at the end of the video. And that's about it, really. Don't forget to please like, share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've smashed the 3,550 mark, doing really, really well. So until the next time, the match preview coming out of the Borough game. I am away with work all next week, so it might be a bit later on Thursday night when the preview comes out for Borough. But until then, thanks for watching, take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-da.